Sometimes, a single moment, a single stranger, can teach you more than years of living. This happened in 2018, on a cold winter morning. I was driving to work, lost in thoughts, worried about bills, deadlines, and all the pressure life constantly throws at us. The world felt heavy, and honestly, I felt tired of everything. As I passed a quiet roadside near the edge of the city, I noticed something strange. An old man sitting on a broken wooden bench, selling handmade lanterns. Not modern lights. Not fancy lamps. Just simple lanterns made of metal and glass, the kind you rarely see today. I don't know why, but something pulled me towards him. I stopped the car and walked to his little stall. The old man looked at me and smiled. A smile that felt warm, pure, almost fatherly. His clothes were simple, a little worn, but clean. His hands were rough, marked by years of hard work. Yet his eyes carried a strange peace, like he had lived 1,000 lives and understood things most of us never will. I asked him, "Baba, do people even buy lanterns anymore?" He laughed softly and said, "Son, people buy lights, but very few buy meaning." I didn't understand what he meant. He picked up one lantern and gently cleaned its glass. Then he said, "This lantern saved my life once." I sat down beside him, curious. He continued, "Many years ago, I was a different man. I had a good job, money, a house, everything people think they need. But I had no time for my family. No time for my wife, no time for my children. Just work, work, work." His voice trembled for a moment. One night, I was coming home very late. I was tired, sleepy, guilty. My wife had asked me so many times to spend more time with the kids. But I always said, "I'm doing all this for the family." He paused and looked at the sky. A deep sadness washed over his face. That night, while driving, I fell asleep for just a second. Just 1 second. I felt my heart tighten. My car went off the road, straight toward a deep ditch. Everything happened so fast. He quietly lifted the lantern in his hand and said, "And this lantern was the only thing that saved me." The old man explained. I had bought this lantern from a small shop earlier that evening because the area had no streetlights. After my car crashed, the vehicle was badly damaged. I was hurt, bleeding, and stuck. It was pitch dark. I couldn't see anything. Then, I saw the lantern glowing on the ground, unbroken, shining like a tiny star. He said the light helped him crawl out of the wreck. It helped him stop his bleeding. It helped him signal a passing vehicle for help. That night, I realized something. He whispered. I was so busy chasing money, that I didn't notice I was losing everything that truly matters. I asked, very softly, "What happened after that, Baba?" He sighed deeply. When I reached home, my wife was crying. My children weren't speaking to me. They were tired of waiting for a father who never came home. My wife said, "We don't want a successful man. We just want a present one." His voice broke. I had given them everything. Except myself. A long silence filled the air that I asked him, "So you left your job?" He shook his head. "No, life left me first." He explained that after the accident, he couldn't return to work due to injuries. His company replaced him. His savings ended slowly. Eventually, he started making lanterns, something his father had taught him in childhood. But instead of feeling broken, he said with a smile, "I finally felt free. For the first time, I had time for my family. I had time to live." He looked at me and added, "People think happiness comes from a big life. But sometimes, it comes from a small light." Then the old man looked straight into my eyes. "My son, remember this. Life gives warnings before it gives disasters. Don't wait for a dark night. Don't wait for an accident. Don't wait for a moment that breaks you. He handed me the lantern. Keep this. Let it remind you. Don't run so fast that you forget to live. I bought the lantern from him. When I got into my car, I didn't start the engine. I just sat there, holding the lantern, and thinking about my own life. My fears, my stress, my relationships I was ignoring. It felt like the old man wasn't a random stranger, but a message sent at the perfect time. And then he said something I'll never forget. We fix our homes with electricity, but we fix our lives with light. I drive past that roadside often, but I never saw the old man again. Maybe he moved somewhere else. Maybe his mission was complete. Maybe he only appeared for the people who needed his message. But that lantern still sits in my room. And every night when I look at it, I remember. Life is short. Family is precious. And sometimes, the smallest light saves the biggest life.